Welcome everybody back to the Flying Doghouse. We're going to do another video in our tutorial series. This time we're going to be in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, and we're going to cover the same topic we covered yesterday for 2024, which is multiplayer settings. So we're going to have a look at that in the sim. So if you haven't done this before, this video is for you. Go ahead and take care of the music, and let's switch over into the sim, and we're going to put ourselves on the main menu. All right, so one of the things that you definitely need to do first up is to make sure that you have picked a multiplayer server that is specified by your flight host. So on Virtual Flight Online, and 99 times out of 100 on the Flying Doghouse, we're using the Southeast Asia multiplayer server. Your mileage may vary. Your host may use something different. But to change those settings in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, it's a little different. You need to go up to your gamer tag in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, and then you need to select the appropriate server. So mine is already set to Southeast Asia, but there are other options. There's automatic, which could lead you to problems with not being able to see other folks, right? It could be you'd be picking the quote best server for you using the latency settings that are displayed here in the drop down. But you know, we have East USA, West Europe, West USA, North Europe, and Southeast Asia. So there we go. I'm going to leave mine set to Southeast Asia because that's what we do. Okay, so that's step one. Step two then is to go to the options menu and go to general options. And we're looking for the data menu here. You want to make sure that multiplayer is turned on, and it is in my case. All right, so that's good. What else? Let's go all the way back to the main menu, and we need to go to the world map next. We'll go ahead and do that. Click on world map. And then we're going to go to flight conditions, which in my mind has always been weather, but that's really not the case. There's several different things that get specified here, right? So there are your weather presets. They're available from here. But also your multiplayer settings are here as well. So make sure that this first section, multiplayer, is set to all players. Air traffic and weather and time, that's really to your discretion in terms of whether or not you want to see AI generated traffic or live traffic during your group flights. And then also weather and time, which may or may not be specified by your flight host. So just a few things to consider when you're doing this. And then last but not least, it's really making your way over to a social media server to be able to, to actually participate in the flight and see other people. But it's absolutely critical for you to make sure that you do have multiplayer turned on, and that you also have specified the correct multiplayer server from the gamer tag in the upper right hand corner of the screen. So that is important stuff. All right, so the other thing that you need to consider then is your Discord settings, right? So those vary all over the place. We use Discord. We have a menu selection in our Discord that actually shows a listing of the events. And I'll just kind of quickly run through this. So we have an events calendar, and it's just basic information about the flight. It's the who, what, when, where, why. And then we have a forum that we use to publish a specific date and time. We'll publish flight plans for people to be able to download and then use either in little nav map or other mapping software that they're choosing to use to track their flight. And then also, running through our rules and regulations that we have in place in terms of being able to be a good participant in the event. We also use push to talk settings in Discord, right, to limit background noise, etc., etc. But that's specific to Virtual Flight Online, and also how we do things over on the Flying Doghouse as well. So keep in mind that you'll need to take a look at your host's site, for specifics in terms of how they're operating. So what we've talked about today, and what we've seen in the sim, is really just taking care of I'll call it the basic plumbing in order to be able to participate in a group flight. The actual mechanics of signing up for the flight, et cetera, is gonna vary from location to location. And usually there's a Microsoft Flight Simulator group event that's published on the regular. Easy for me to say. That one takes place on a regular cadence. And I would just say this in all candor: all your group flights that you get on, they all have their own unique style and personality. And I can say without hesitation that the folks over at Virtual Flight Online are a friendly and knowledgeable bunch, willing to help, and we have a great time with each other. So give that as a 5 out of 5 doghouse rating for Virtual Flight Online. It's a great place to be. So if you haven't tried group flights, come join us. Love to have you along. All right. So I think we're done for here. As always, I hope everybody is keeping well. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. Tell us what you think about flying in a group flight setting if you have done that. And if you haven't done that, it might open up, literally, a whole new world, pun intended, for your flight sim experience. With that, I'm going to leave it here. Hope everybody's keeping well. And until next time, cheers, y'all.